All right, let's do a fun little thought experiment. So, here's where I come down. I have been a supporter of Bernie Sanders because I don't see him as some sort of cult leader. I see him as a movement leader, and he has a lot of policies that the people essentially demand at this point because things like Medicare for all is the solution if we think that insurance should be a part of the system. Like, obviously, medical expenses are too much for any of us to bear on our own. When we have a health emergency, we need that service, and we can't just pay out of pocket for it. So that's where insurance fits in. The problem is the for-profit model. So he's proposing one insurer, one a single payer model for all of those services, all of it. But if Bernie Sanders turned out to be on the Epstein list, I would immediately stop supporting the person, or at least like those actions, and I would demand his prosecution. Now, flip that. If I was like a Trump supporter, and my mindset was Trump is appointed by God or whatever, and he's some sort of hero and savior, which nobody should view anybody that way, as a untouchable. It doesn't matter what they do. That's completely insane, completely irrational. And yes, if you think that, you're probably a Nazi. You're probably a Nazi. You're probably as stupid, as cruel, as evil as a Nazi, as all Nazis are. Fascists are a death cult. If you still continue to support Trump, even though we know that he has been best friends, he was best friends with Jeffrey Epstein for 15 to 20 years, and Trump is all over the public record as far as evidence that ties to Jeffrey Epstein, and there's a number of accusations. There's literally a Wikipedia page. But if you know that and you continue to support him, you are screwed. You are gone. You have checked out of humanity. And I'm sorry, but you deserve whatever social or political or economic consequences are coming your way. You're a terrible human being. But I'll give you an off ramp. Stop supporting things that are obviously wrong and like anti-humanity. The things that the fascist Nazi Republican regime are doing are cruel, they're terrible, they're unjustifiable, and they are destroying this country and destroying this world on purpose for the benefit of billionaires. Nothing else. That's it. He is not saving you. He's not helping you. I know you are for mass deportations. That's the stupidest thing in the world. It's literally biting the hand that feeds you. It is basically dumping, a sugar solution into your gasoline tank. That is what it's doing. It is destroying the engine of our system. The problem is policy, not people. This country is a nation of immigrants. If you don't look like a Native American, you're from immigrants. So shut the hell up. Those people are no different than you. They were just born on a different patch of soil. And by the way, most of them are here because of the harms of capitalism, disaster capitalism, imperialism, colonialism, and like literal CIA operations that have destabilized nations for resources because they were trying to do economic policy and political systems that the government doesn't like. It's for resource capture. It's for slave labor. All of it fuels capitalism. None of it is necessary. There's no reason for us to suffer, but we are suffering because we have intentional bad actors with a lot of power and too much money and too much influence. There is no reason to continue to support the system, and there's no reason to support Trump or the entirety of the Republican Party. They just voted to destroy millions of lives. It is a death cult. They have already done mass killings. They just set 1,000,000 pounds of food on fire for no freaking reason. You're out of your mind if you continue to support this stuff. If you support it, you're a Nazi. If you're saying, yeah, no, I can no longer support this person because they are a pedophile, that is the correct position every single time. Even people that have done criminal actions and harms against other people, they draw the line at hurting kids. There's all sorts of other crimes that under the right conditions you can justify, right? Like stealing a loaf of bread because your family is starving. It's pretty reasonable and you're not really hurting anybody. But, doing crimes against children, that's unforgivable every single time. There's no justification for that. And he did it lots of times. I'm sorry. I'm done with you if you continue to support this stuff. If you want to join the resistance, hit me up. Hit me up. If you're a reasonable human being, you understand that you got duped, you got conned, that's fine. Come our way. But otherwise, shut up. Just shut up. Bow out of the conversation. Bow out of society. Self-deport. You don't belong here. Not in our America.